Hello, brothers and sisters. My name is Leonard Clark. I'm broadcasting to you via YouTube from Phoenix, Arizona. It is the late evening of May 27th of the year 2015. Just a quick update of some of the things that I was involved with as an activist and political things going on today in my area of the woods here in Phoenix, Arizona, in the Phoenix metro area. I started off the day by going to the Phoenix City Council meeting this afternoon. I spoke as a citizen on a non-agenda platform from in the very beginning of the meeting, asking the mayor and the council, that is Mayor Greg Stanton, to please let citizens know that their parking would be validated if they came down to the Phoenix City Council and not do like I have to do, pay all this money into meters or private parking lots, because we just want to go do our civic duty or go to the city government and participate as a citizen. So I said, that's not right. We're already paying them through our taxes. Why should we have to pay again? Please validate our parking and let us know where it's going to be. So far, no response. I told him I would ask him about that. Also, I asked them to move the meetings back into the evening like other major cities do here in Arizona for their city councils, because many of the people that want to come to the city council meetings, believe it or not, there are people that want to come, have families. It's rush hour, 3 o'clock in the afternoon when they hold the Phoenix City Council meetings. It's too early. People want to get home to their families, feed their families, do all this that's necessary, and then there's no way they can make the meeting by 3, so because they're not even home by 3. So I don't think that's right. And correct me if I'm wrong, but sure smells rotten to me that they make it hard, in my opinion, for citizens to come to these meetings. Okay, I'm not saying they, the council, or the mayor is doing this on purpose, but I've addressed this issue with them. There are people that would come that can't come because they're holding it early in the afternoon when most people are still at work or coming home from work. And on the agenda, I spoke on some items, and I did support the city council. They came through with a renewal for emergency funding for homeless. One of the entities was Salvation Army. UMOM was another entity. There was others. But I brought up to the mayor again my concern that even though I support, of course, this funding for our homeless population, that what about the people who are mentally ill that will not come in, who don't have a driver's license or won't give their social security numbers? What about them? And I said, I actually answered the question. I said to the mayor and the council, you know that a lot of times, due to no fault of their own, the state legislature takes care of our mentally ill by jailing them in Arizona. So in other words, if you're out on the street, Phoenix has so-called anti-camping, loitering laws. If you're homeless, it can be a crime. If you don't want to give your social security number to one of these organizations at the homeless shelter because you're mentally ill or mentally incompetent, what are you going to do about these people? They're now being criminalized and being thrown in jail. The mayor can deny it, but these laws are on the city books. And I asked him that I'm going to get back with him. I asked him to please do something about that. Let's have a compromise. I said that I'm going to hold him to his promise, and he did promise. And it's on YouTube video where he promised he would end homelessness as we know it in Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm not putting him down for that. If he is really being serious about that, then I laud him for that. But I don't want him to be just another politician giving us that, trying to feather his resume even more so that, you know, someday he gets an offer from Washington, D.C. to be, you know, some high-level administrator, or I dare say cabinet officer, or when he wants to run for governor of Arizona. So I asked the mayor about that. Haven't received really any response to that. I also opposed something they did today. They wanted to change the name of Public Information Officer, PIO, to Communications Officer. They said because communications, the area of it for the city of Phoenix has grown so large that they should do like other large metropolitan cities. But I was against it because I don't like the subtle change from Public Information Officer to just Communications Officer. You know, I'm just dubious about that. So these were a few of the things. Finally, this evening, very exciting meeting I attended, the Phoenix PDA chapter meeting. It was basically pretty much dedicated to helping our man Bernie Sanders win the nomination, the Democratic nomination for president. Very exciting. I can post links on this YouTube in the notes below in the comments where you can go to find out more. On Facebook, I am Len Clark, L-E-N, and another word, C-L-A-R-K. Right now, the main picture I have on my Facebook that will distinguish me from the other Len Clarks is a French quote, J'ai Charlie, in dedication to the French journalists who were murdered and by people like terrorists who were afraid of freedom of speech and freedom of the press. So that's how you can tell my Facebook apart. But anyways, that's what happened today. There's a lot more going on, as you know, and I really am excited about Bernie Sanders. Just because I'm a Democrat doesn't mean I have to accept a Democratic coronation in the Democratic Party. That's not what our party's about. I'm tired of the same two families constantly controlling everything. So that's pretty much it. I will talk to you later, brothers and sisters. And signing off here from Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you for all you do.